Hey everybody, Reagan here. So in today's video, we got a QJ. Now, as I promised in my 200 subscriber special, I got a train from AliExpress. Here it is. And see, I almost got one that was, well, supposed to run an HO scale, which this does. But I mean like it's electrically powered. This guy is, well, it's electric power, however, it is a pullback engine. So it's like one of those cars, but you can operate it on HO scale, which honestly is not a bad idea. But let's see how it works. I've been planning this for a while. I got this in February and it's March now. Because this thing, well, for being a Chinese locomotive, does come from China. So, points, I guess, for that, for being authentic. So I made a checklist of 10 questions, and we're going to see if it qualifies all these. Now, from AliExpress, I'm going to guess probably not. So this thing in the listing advertised realistic sounds. And when I got it, there was a tab under here, and I pulled it out, and I think a battery might go in here. Or something. Oh, well, no. Pull this tab out. And I don't think there is a sounds on this at all. Or lights. Oh, okay. So, yeah, this thing is a little odd. So I guess no sounds or lights. So, no and no to that. That's already 2 questions down. It's die-cast metal. It advertised, and yes. That is actually heavy die-cast metal here. You could, this thing actually, for being a bootleg Chinese toy, sorry, I knocked this thing off the tracks, it is pretty a hefty toy, I must admit. So, applause to that. Pullback function. Let's actually see, does it? Maybe, this thing does not. Yeah, it kind of does. I'm just not pulling it back well because I don't want to crash the camera. But that honestly does work kind of well. So since it still does, I'll count it, but by the skin of its teeth. Does it fall apart? That was my next question, and no, not really. Now, this thing promises magnetic connection between the engine and the tender. And, it's not great. Oh, never mind. It's good, honestly. It's not that bad. So I'll count that. Runs on 1/50th to 1/87th scale. Well, it said 1/50th scale, but other listings on this guy, it said it's 1/87th. So, and this is HO scale. And 1/50th scale is a little bit smaller than O scale, so I'd say like O and 30, and I don't have any other track. And this is clearly HO, but unfortunately, it's HO proportions, and it does fit on the track, kinda, but you really have to fight with it to, get it to stay on the track. So, again, I'm gonna have to kind of count it. Does it look like the picture? Yeah, it does. Is this a piece of shit? I would say, well, it's kind of hard. This is an AliExpress train, and I was not already planning on expecting a bunch from this thing. I mean, it actually, for being a bootleg Chinese toy, well, not bootleg, because I don't think I've ever seen any of these other toolings around, but I don't think I've, seen something weird like this. I mean, honestly, it does provide some of the stuff it does. So, honestly, it's alright. It's alright. And I think my final question is it customizable? Oh yeah, let me say, it's not really a piece of shit. If you wanted to get, it for, customs or something, like RJ Corman or something, I would say get it, but as a functioning model, as it's a, literal pullback toy, Yeah, I would say no. But it's not a piece of shit, so no. And is it customizable? Well, I would say, well, any model train is, but is it easily? And I don't really like this stuff going on at the top, but it's a good thing this shell is, the top is plastic, so I can easily take this off and either make a new one or something. But yeah, so yeah, it says 1/87 scale, so I guess I'm gonna have to replace the wheels on here, which that's not a problem. Yeah, this thing does not like 1/87 scale at all. So I guess this thing gets a 7 out of 10 on my scale. And honestly, it just doesn't lights. There's no lights. There's no sound, which is kind of a letdown, but whatever. So you might be asking, what are the plans for this guy? Well, honestly, I do plan to turn it into RJ Corman, or maybe Iowa Interstate number 7081. I don't really plan on turning it into like an Americanized. Oh wait. Okay, so scratch Iowa Interstate. Yeah, I might make this as just a normal QJ or a Iowa Interstate 7081, but I don't know. So, yeah. Honestly, and also you can see I did get the green version, but you can get a black version if you want this piece of So, I think honestly this is a good way to end off this subscriber special. One thing I do want to say though is kind of cool is that this has like windows you can actually see through. It's got an LED, so I might be doing something wrong. And also it's got like these molded on handrails, but you can still see through them, which is crazy. One thing weird though is this middle wheel is jacked up a bit for some reason. It's probably if you were running this on 1/87th, which it doesn't really run on it at all. Then I don't know, it's for tighter curves, but I plan on just lowering it down with all the other wheels. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end my QJ video. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. So see ya.